Hi, it's Vex, and today we have our giant box of staples. That's right. We've done Commander staples for the entire year, and now we get to review all the staples that I have in my pile as an annual thing. I love doing it because I love going through these staples, and we're going to be honest with ourselves and see what staples work, which staples didn't work. Now, this Ultimate card box I have holds 9 100 count, I think, double-sleeved decks. So in here, I believe I have 300, and these are future staples you'll see in another video, and sleeves right here, sleeves so I build my Commander decks with. Sleeves. I also have in here tokens. Here we have some, that's not tokens. Where are they? They're not here. I found my tokens here. Yep, we also have tokens just in case, new cards have tokens or old cards need tokens. You have just common tokens: angels, knights, soldiers, spirits, vampires, zombies, germs, elementals, elephants, elves, squirrels, clues. I don't have a food token. I do have food. They have food. Constructs, lots of constructs because they're fun. Thopters, treasures, some copies. Use the copy tokens a lot. Seas Blessing, Venture, Monarch tokens. So all these fun tokens here. They go right in this slot, right there. So I believe, I'm guessing around 600. We'll figure out the final count at the end of the video because this video, I will be honest with myself. We will figure out which staples deserve to be in this pile. Most of them do, but some have been outclassed, and I'm just going to take some out. We start with our whites, blue, black, red, green. As you can see, red is very little right there. Black, blue, white, and green are pretty big. Green, I think, is biggest. This is the multicolor. The artifacts are right here, and the lands are like this giant pile right there. So let us start. The white, we also have the colorless ones too, because that's the beginning of the sort order. Now, when I say staple, I don't mean like an ultra staple like Swords of Plowshare, Soul Ring, the Signets, Arcane Signet, Command Tower, that are just staples in almost every deck. I mean, these are just staple-like cards where if you're playing a certain archetype, you need these cards, or a certain color, you need these cards. I like having these 600 cards available, so when I build a deck, like a Spellslinger deck, a lands deck, an elf deck, all these things that I have cards that I could just pull from here, and I only have to pull maybe like 20 cards from the binder or 30 cards from my binder, then the land cards and new cards from the set, and then I have myself like working Commander deck to have for you, the audience, for my deck tech, and for me, Vex, to play Commander with. And having these around is very easy to make all these decks that I've done. I've done 100 plus deck techs on this channel, and I've started this halfway through, and I feel like this is one of the best things ever to have if you like switching decks a lot. If you like most people who don't switch decks a lot, then having a giant pile of staples is kind of a big waste of money. But like, if you're like me who loves switching decks, having a giant pile of staples is a godsend because it helps you just be able to go through your cards and just have things readily available. Anyways, let's go. We have Wandering Archaic. This one, I'm just going to go through quickly these cards. Hopefully I'll make a list. This is very big and takes a very long time to make lists out of them. But yeah, let's go through the cards quickly. Wandering Archaic. I use this in some decks. I think it's okay. This might be on the cut pile next year, but I still like it. Esper Sentinel, definitely not cutting this, are very good. Lion Sash, Graveyard Hate. So the way I organize my staples, I have to be very organized with this. So I'm trying to keep it organized. Is that I have creatures. We have creatures first, then instant sorceries, spells, then artifacts. So is there any colored artifacts like this Staff Storyteller, Arcanomancer's Map, enchantments, and then any lands that represent that color. So these are all white color identity only here. So we'll just go over this. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. A little zoom in action so you can see the cards here. Lion Sash. Here, Graveyard Hate, good equipment. Lorna the Third Path. Enchantment Hate, and also card draw in white. Mentor of the Meek. So these are for little people. Mentor Meek, Rumor Gather for creature decks, which I like. Skyclave Apparition, removal. And every time I have a staple, I always have the token that it needs for it. So I'll have that token right there. And put these in order. I know I gotta be excruciating order. And the also order is the mana value, so it goes 1, 2, all the threes. Welcoming Vampire, small creatures. So essentially these don't go in every white deck, but creature based, small creature based deck like this goes in there. I also have Takasha's Welcome in there as well. Adeline with the human token with the pumpkin. I know it's kind of weird, but Adeline does make human tokens, so we have that. Then we have enchantment themes. Archon of Sun's Grace, make these Pegasus, Constellation, Keeper of the Accord, makes gets you lands, make your soldiers. I use it sometimes, but not as much. All these guys have tokens, of course. Mondrak, definitely never cutting this sucker. Double the. I actually don't have Anointed Procession. I don't have an extra one. That's also an availability thing. If I don't have extra cards, then they don't go in the pile. But I need to start getting those cards so I can have them in the pile. Mondrak double tokens, good. Elish Norn, amazing. Solitude, I think this is, like a creature version of Swords of Plowshares. I get pitch. I think that's good. Then you have Eagles of the North, is cycling creature. It gets a plane cycling. This should be included in every mono white deck. It's very good. You just cut a land, put Eagles of the North. You'd never be disappointed because you can usually like 85, 90% of the times I'm cycling to get a land, but sometimes you got tons of mana. You pay 6 mana, and then ETBs, creatures you control, get +1/+0, gain first strike. That's pretty good. Sun Titan, get things back from the graveyard. Big Elish Norn here. That's very good in Reanimator decks, or just mono white decks, or just decks in general. Moonshaker Cavalry. That is, like white Craterhoof, so more creature decks. White is a lot about these little weenie creatures and stuff with Mentor of the Meek, Rumor Gatherer, Welcoming Vampire. So you have more stuff for that. Path to Exile, one white removal Swords of Plowshares. I have multiple Swords of Plowshares because it's just fun to have different arts, and sometimes I make multiple decks at the same time. I need multiple swords, so swords here. Grand Crescendo with our Citizens token, gives you some protection. Mold double face card, Kabir takedowns, Jerry Steps, still good. Quib Swap, very good in Kindred decks with the Shapeshifter token. Then you have your Flawless Maneuver, a free way to protect your. What am I saying? A free way. I was about to say a free Teferi's protection. That's not true. Gives your creatures indestructible. Doesn't give you protection from everything, but that's still good. Generous Gift, removal. Sven's Reclamation, get things back from the graveyard. Love that. Stroke of Midnight, new Generous Gift, more removal. Teferi's Protection, the OG, the one I was talking about. I have 2 versions. Also, in this goal is I'm trying to make my Staples pile have a regular border, no fancy art, non-foil. Of course, these disobey that rule. This is a foil, and this is a fancy art. But we're going to get there. We're going to switch these for a good Teferi's Protection that is not any of these. Chroma's Will, Finisher, Protection, Clever Concealment. White does a lot of good protection right here. Flawless Maneuver, Clever Concealment, Chroma's Will, Teferi's Protection, such like that. And then we have the removal, Austere Command, Farewell. I have lots of these because Farewell is so good. Marius Call, Mold double face card, get my Angels. I have 2 tokens actually. And I need to put these. These are Angel Warriors. They're special tokens, not Angel tokens as you saw in the token pile. So I have 2 of these here on new version. Mold double face card. Vanquish the Horde, more removal. That's what White's good at, right? Clear everything out. White's really good at protection, removal, weenie creatures. So you see with these staples right here in this giant pile here I've gone through, White is good at things, right? And then continuing on, more small creatures, Staff of the Storyteller. I love this card. I love this card so much when you're making tokens and such. So that's good there. Carryomancer's Map, little rampy in White. Land tax. White is also good at hate pieces, like hating graveyards. Rest in peace. I think if your deck, I mentioned every deck's a graveyard deck, and having Rest in Peace is amazing. It does sometimes shut down decks full stop. Like, you know what? You deserve it. You're just playing unfair Magic if you're doing graveyard shenanigans. Rest in Peace, Stony Silence right there. We have Takasha's Welcome, little mini creature, draw card. Landfall, Feldar Retreat with their Cat Beast token. Again, this is a Cat Beast, not Cat, so getting tokens, non-foe tokens is kind of difficult too, because all I have is foe tokens. Smothering Tithe, of course, never being removed. Then you have some lands. Castle Ardenvale, make little creatures here. Iganjo. Flagstone's a Trocaire. I use it a lot, more than I would think I use it if I have some kind of land destruction, or sack things. I can sack this land, get a free land back. Wimbrous Heights, if I attack them, lots of creatures. More weenie things. So I think all in all, white is appropriately stapled. Nothing needs to be removed, nothing too egregious. Let's move on to blue. The blue cards here. As you notice, my playmat is the Tolarian library because I'm adding these cards to my library of staples. So yes, white has a theme. Now let's check out blue's theme because you'll see them over and over again. First is, let's see here, the creatures, Phantasmal Image, right there. That is copying things. Snapcaster Mage, Spellslinger-ish, Classical Mimic, more copying. And I love blue's removal here. It's just kind of like a polymorph. You just Amphi-Mutineer, turn things into 4/3s, exile them. So we turn into 4/3 salamanders with no abilities, of course. Archmage Emeritus, draw cards when spelling. Doing spells, so Spellslinger theme. Displacer Kitten, blinking theme. Very good. So all these cards are very good. Snapcaster is a recent addition-ish, I think over the last year or something. I've used it sometimes. It's decent. It's not as good as it used to be back in the day in Constructed. So it's funny how Constructed staples don't convert to Commander very well. Spark Double, more cloning. Sakashima, some more cloning. Talran, make some Drakes, more Spellslinger. Vidalcan Archmage Artifact. It's an artifact version of Archmage Emeritus. Wonder, give your things flying, Graveyard Shenanigans. Consecrated Sphinx, course, card draw. Shimmer Dragon artifacts. And then you have a lot of blue cantrips like Brainstorm, Consider, Judaxian Probe. Look at the player's hand, draw a card. Leap, flying, draw a card. Opt, you have some of the cantrips right there. Pongify, you could, kind of like Amphi-Mutineer, you convert things to other things. Ponder, Preordain. I love this Preordain art. This is like a Japanese one. So gorgeous. Serum Visions, Shadow Rift. Target creature gains Shadow and turn, draw a card. Slip out the back. Protection. Rapid Hybridization, Swan Song. So you got some counter spells there. First counter spell we see is Swan Song. No, this is foil. Yes, I do have the bird with it as well. I know I have all these weird cuts because I'm trying to keep all these cards in order because, it's very bad when you get things out of order. And if you are a Magic player that doesn't keep your cards in order, please organize your cards. It helps tremendously. All right, more counter spells. Arcane Denial. I don't really use counter spells a lot, but if we have a deck that does need counter spells, Arcane Denial is there as a staple. Same for counter spell. Then you have your polymorph removal, Curse of the Swine. This is mass polymorphing. Polymorphing is like rapid hybridization, one creature to another creature type. Cyclonic Rift. I only have one. I need more of these because these are so good. Right there, that is bounce everything. Lazatap Plating. I love this because this offers protection. Your permanents gain hexproof until end of turn, and then you make it 1/1 dude. I think that's cool. Mana Drain, the better counter spell because you get mana from it. And then more polymorphing. Reality Shift. You manifest that creature. Or the top card, sorry. Right, exile. I'm making sure exile target creature. Yes, and you manifest their top card. Resculpt destroys artifacts and creatures, but it gives them 4/4. It's pretty big. So it just depends. Fierce Guardianship. More free counter. Filter Out. You know what? I put this in the staples pile, but I have yet to use it. So this is on the maybe pile. Next year, if I don't use it, I'm going to get rid of it. Then you have Raven Form. Another version of Resculpt, except for, and you need a Foretell token. I forgot about that. Except for it makes it 1/1, and you can foretell it. Let's get the Foretell token. Here it goes. You gotta have all your tokens. The Foretell token is there. Then the next staple, Slendy Vision. Move all these over here. Molded Double Face cards. I think Molded Double Face cards are extremely good because they're land side. Solve the Equation. You can tutor for instant sorcery. Distant Melody. Draw cards if you have a good Kindred deck. Fact or Fiction. Draw some tons of cards. Lorne Revealed, same as the Eagles of the North. This one's better because it's actually a spell, not a creature. And then you play spell mode, you can draw 3 cards. Insanely good. You have a new card in Kindred decks here. 4 in blue. Raise the Palisades. Return a creature that's not of the type that you choose back to hand. Blatant Thievery. Steal a bunch of things. Then Seagate Restoration. Modo face card, drawing more cards. Blue loves to draw cards, counter spells, polymorph things. So that is basically in the artifact theme. So that's basically the themes of my staples here. Right there. Dig Through Time, more card drawing, card selection, Treasure Cruise, Midnight Clock, Mana Rock. Very good. It's the only artifact I have. Of course, we all know and love our Ristic Studies. This is an old border. I think I'm going to get rid of it out of the pile, but I have two. I don't know why. 2 Ristic Studies in the pile. Draw tons of cards. I love these drawing cards. You deal damage, draw a card. Reconnaissance Mission. I know there's a new card, the Indomitable from Caverns of Ixalan. Coastal Piracy type deal. You know, deal damage, draw a card. Toski is a green one I don't have in my staples pile. Kindred Discovery is even better version of that, but only for Kindred decks. Is enter a creature or attacks, not even just deal damage, attacks, draw a card. So I need all the reconnaissance missions, one like Binance Thassa as well. That'll be included in the next year. Shark Typhoon, Spellslinger, enchantment type decks. Shark Typhoon, I love it. It's so good. Because you can just cycle and make a creature, can't counter it. And you have your blue lands here. Castle Vantress for scrying. Minamo, Mystic Sanctuary, and Otawara. So this is really good. Untap target legendary permanent. It's legendary permanent, not even creature. So if you have things you need to untap or your commander needs to untap, I think it's really good there. All right, those are our blue cards. Right here, you see the theme there. Black cards incoming right here. So this is one of my favorite cards of black, Changeling Outcast, because it's every creature type and can't be blocked. So if you need rogues or ninjas to be unblockable, knights or whatever, this is it. This is your dude. Playing turn 1 is very good. Graveyard Hate, Dauthi Voidwalker. There. More of an opportunist. You know, when things die, draw a card. That's really good. Ophiomancer makes a little dude that you can sack every turn. And is Death Touch too. So that snake is Death Touch. I think it's pretty neat. Opposition Agent, deny. Everybody's searching. Everybody's only searching their decks. So this is really mean. Get you their search instead of them getting their search. Shields of the Apocalypse. You know, bam, gain and drain. Doomwake Giant, good in Enchantress type decks. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Right there, another cycling, land cycling creature. Shieldred, the Whispering one. This is good Reanimator or just big fat creature decks. So you have 2 Shieldreds right there. Archon of Cruelty, one of my favorite cards. I love this in Constructed, and I love this in Commander. Right there, big fat creature to reanimate. Razakath, another big fat creature to reanimate. Can give you Demonic Tutors. Villas, guess what? Another big fat creature to reanimate. See the black theme here? Big fat creatures to reanimate. Feign Death, a protection spell. You know, when this creature dies, returns to a battlefield tapped under its owner's control, so you can get things back. Same for Malika Rebirth, so this is a Mortal Double-Face land. And same for Not Dead After All, and this comes with an Aura token, so have that token there. Speaking of reanimation, we have our card, Reanimate. Right there in the staple pile, Reanimate. We have Tutors. Black is really good for tutoring, so when things die, card draw, big fatties, reanimation, tutoring, vampiric tutor, village rites, sack things, draw cards, same as Deadly Dispute, more sacking, more draw a card, demonic tutor, diabolic intent, more tutoring, and then exsanguinate, you know, losing life, sucking the life out of people, feed the swarm, removal, and enchantment removal, internal grass, infernal, not internal. God, sounds weird. You're internally grasping yourself. Well, nah, I'm just kidding. I should cut that, but I'm not going to. Creature removal, then you have more card draw. Night's Whisper, more sacking things. Plum the Forbidden, Sign Blood, card draw. Torment of Hailfire, more sucking the life out of people. Then you have more reanimation. Agadeem's Awakening, Moldo face card. Black is also good at removal, like Toxic Deluge. I have 2 of these. 2 arts. Damnation, more removal. Free removal, Deadly Rollick. So more fun stuff. Haggard Mauling, double face removal. Siphon Mine is a discard thing. We usually don't do discard in black, but this is very good. This is usually a 4-for-1. So after we take those, Kindred Dominus, removal for Kindred decks. It even has the word Kindred inside of it. Midhook Massacre, removal, gain and drain strategies. Black Market Connections, Kindred decks, any decks, good card. Probably should have more. Phyrexian Arena, the original Black Market Connection. Protection Racket, another version of Black Market Connection with gain drain powers. And then we have tons of black utility. Look at this. This is crazy. We have Barad-dûr, makes orcs, so good. Bajuga Bog, ultra stable. Cabal Coffers, Castle Lochthwain, draw cards. Sack, Phyrexian Tower. Shizo gets your in attack the face. Takanuma, get things back from graveyard. The Black Gate, make things unblockable. Orborg for our Cabal Coffers combo. So those are the black cards, you know, reanimation, killing creatures, gain and drain, sacking creatures, having big fatties, all the good stuff. Our smallest pile, and I believe that this is the weakest card, weakest color in Commander is red. It used to be white, but man, people ask for white card draw, and did they give white card draw? Insanely too much white card draw. Red, they only give temporary card draw, which makes it kind of sucky. Green has tons of card draw, better than blue probably. And then white, tons of card draw. Black, tons of card draw. So you have red with just temporary, not even real card draw. That's why the pile is so small here. We have our Dockside Extortionist, Treasure Maker. Stormkiln Artist, Treasure Maker. Wait, where's my treasure from Dockside? I need my treasure. You know what makes so much treasure? Then I should just give it a pile of treasures, right? All the treasures. Boom. Yeah, you can make fun of me. Vex without his tokens. But bam, treasure token. And guess what the next one is? Another Spellslinger treasure dude. Urbras. Does 1 damage when you cast an instant sorcery. Its back end does treasures. Right there, create 3 treasure tokens. Very good Spellslinger. So red does make a bunch of treasures, I'll tell you that. Then you have Atali. You cast other people's spells. Oliphant, the Mountain Cycler. Right here. And then you have the other big Atali. This actually belongs in the multicolor, so I don't know why it's in the monocolor, because the backside is green and red. So we're going to hold on to this, put it in the right place. I know red has all my mistakes. Missing tokens, card in the wrong place. You have some Spellslinger cards like Faithless Looting. Spikefield Hazard does some damage. Vandal Blast, love the destroying artifacts. Right there, Vandal Blast. I said Vandal Blast. Abrade. Good card. It's foil. I gotta get non-foil. This is a common in Ixalan, so it's easy to get non-foil. Shatter Skull Smashing. Removal. Moldo face card. Chaos Warp. Removal. Deflecting Swat. This is free deflecting. Change targets. Then you have Jessica's Will. Make mana. Temporary card draw. Valkyrie Waking. Filter mana. Mizzix's Mastery. Spellslinger. I gotta get regular one of this too. I think all these red cards are appropriate. A lot of Spellslinger cards. This is Dockside, generically good here. Then we have, you know, removal, artifact removal, Spellslinger. Make tons of mana, Mana Geyser. Blasphemous Act, 3 of them, and 2 different arts. This is more damage. This is our red board wipe. Cursed Mirror, our red mana rock that copies things I really love. Only 2 lands. Shinka, the blood-soaked keep. Gives things first strike. And Sokenzan. Right there makes 2 little dudes. So I have the little tokens. Not a lot for red, to be honest. Red's themes are kind of like Spellslinger, artifact, destruction. Red does have an artifact theme, so maybe I need to spend next year pumping up my red staples for those artifact themes. Treasure seems like a theme, because I keep making treasures there. Yeah, but these are the red cards so far. Are you guys still with me? We have the green pile. This is the biggest pile here. Green is really good. It's tons of mana dorks, tons of card draw, probably better than blue. It doesn't have a lot of removal, but it's just good in every other aspect. We have our Birds of Paradise, Caustic Caliper, you know, pay 1 green, 1 green sack, destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is going to leave because Haywire Mart came out, and this is just not good. So this is goodbye. I don't use you very much. Then Elves, Mana Dorks, Elvish Mystic, Finor Elves, Llanowar Elves. There are some good Mana Dorks. Enchantress. Green is very good at Enchantress theme. Argothian Enchantress, draw a card. Bloom Tender, more Mana Dorks. Green doesn't like artifacts that much. You have Collector Oof, like a Stony Silence. And it has like good ramp, Secure Tribe Elder, Sanctum Weaver, more ramp. Scavenging Ooze, Graveyard Hate, Tangle Florahedron. That's a good card. I don't use it a lot, but I should use it more. I believe it's a very good card. It's a Mana Dork that is a land, so it depends on where you want to put it in the curve. Augur of Autumn. Play things from the top of your deck, card advantage. Landfall, action, Azusa. You have your Circle of Dreams Druid. It makes tons of mana. Eternal Witness, along with Timeless Witness, get things back from the graveyard. So you got Graveyard Recursion, Enchantress, Ramp, Land Ramp, Regular Ramp, Farhaven Elf, more Land Ramp, Setessan Champion, Enchantress, Tireless Provisioner, Landfall, Topiary Stomper, More land fetching from your deck. What else? Land fetching from the deck. Yavimaya Dryad, land fetching from the deck. Here's the card draw, Beast Whisperer. When you cast a creature spell, draw a card. There's tons of those in this deck. Did I say deck? I mean pile of cards. It's not a deck. You can't have like a 600 card deck. I think I could shuffle up these 600 cards and actually play it as a deck. It's kind of crazy to think about, but not actually viable here. Druid of Purification. Now, if you notice, I don't have a Reclamation Sage in here because Druid of Purification is so much better. Right there, Island of Blossoms, Enchantress, Timeless Witness. Vorinclex. I love this Vorinclex. It's not as salty as the other one. Very good Vorinclex. Band of Progress. You know, again, they hate artifacts and enchantments. Destroy them all. Force Cycler, Generous Int. Landfall Creature, Rampaging Baloth. Oh, another Vorinclex. Not the mean one. Mean one's not here. This one, I guess this one is kind of mean. It removes counters from being put on and doubles your counters. I guess not as mean as the meanest one, but mean. Avenger Zendikar, tripling mana, Nyx Bloom Ancient, Old Gnawbone. I don't have my treasure here too. Gosh, I'm always missing treasure. I'll be right back. I also took time to clean up here. Old Gnawbone makes treasures when you deal damage. This card is Insanity plus, so it gets me in a stable pile. Woodfall Premise, destroy things. Terrestron, I have 3 elephant tokens just for fun. Destroy things. The reason I have 3 is because each opponent can get 1, so I need 1 for each opponent. So 3. Those are the creatures. I almost made it through, but missing tokens. Missing treasures again. We have green is really good at getting creatures out from decks. It has good fatties right here. It's good ramp, makes treasures, makes land mana, makes creature mana. It does all the things. Green is the best color in Commander by far. You have Green's on Zenith. You have some Awaken the Woods, make some dudes. Even has your dude tokens here. Some ramp, Farseek, Heroic Intervention, Protection, Enter North. More land ramp, Invasion by Ikoria. This is also like a Green's on Zenith. Tutor, ramp, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, 3 visits. Rapid Vigor. This card is good. I love it for my protection if I need to save my commander and I'm not in black with the not dead after all stuff, but this one might be removed next year. It's still good. It's not as good as Heroic Intervention. It's only a second one after it, and they're both foil. It's kind of weird, you know. Balaged, ultra stable there. Always good. Always good. Beast Within, always good if you don't have good removal. Core Calling, more creature tutoring. Ramp, Cultivate, Colony Ambush, you know, a good removal spell and double face card. Kodama's Reach, ramp. Then we have Croson Gift, that's getting removed. We have much better enchantment artifact hate. So green is getting 2 cards removed from there. Skyshell Claim, Return of the Wild Speaker, Shamanic Revelation. I don't have Risk Cards Expertise in here. I need to get that in there. That'll be one of these days. Turn Timber's Semiosis, creatures from your deck. Moldo Face. Azuri's Predation, a bad removal spell, but if your opponent has 10 1/1 creatures, you get 4/4 each, 10 4/4s. That's pretty darn good here. Great Henge. So ramp. So now we're going to make room for our artifacts. I'll just scooch that over for now. The Great Henge. Insanely good. Play creature, draw a card. An artifact, ramps, gains life, does all the things. Then you have enchantment, ramp, Wild Growth, Solvent Library, little card selection there. Beastmaster Ascension, get things bigger. Enchantress's Presence. Tribute to the War Tree. Guardian Project, Zendikar Resurgent. Make dudes, draw cards, doubles your mana and draw cards. You have your lands here. Beseju, good. The best mono double face card. Channel Land. Here, Castle Garenbrig, little creature ramp. And Yavimaya. I'm actually thinking about cutting Yavimaya. I think Yavimaya is more productive as a forest because giving your opponent's forest is not the best idea, but it just depends on how many colors you play and how many green pips you have. Anyways, those are green. There's lots of them. Green does creature tutoring, land ramp, enchantment ramp. I need more enchantment ramp in here. Creature ramp, little creatures, big creatures, all the good stuff. Protection. There's a lot of card draw when you play creatures. A lot of things involving creatures and lands. Next off, multicolors. And thank you for staying tuned with me here. We have our ramp. Now these are green cards, but they have 3 mana color identity, so they're in the multicolor pile. This isn't a lot because a lot of things are monocolored. That's how they work in Commander. Ignoble Hierarch, Noble Hierarch, more Enchantress, Sithis, Faeral Elder, good multicolor. Mana Dork works better with more colors. 5 colors, the best. Standard Enchantress. Jetmir, this is a Naya dude, or Jetmir, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called in Streets of New Capenna. Go wide strategy is good. Kenrith is good. It's just good. It's a 5-color commander, but it's good. You have Dam. Oh, wait, we forgot our Atali. Kaboom, Atali. Primal, Conqueror, ETB, cast opponent spells. So there's not really a theme. It's just like a bunch of cards that are just multi-mana, multi-color density. Dam. Growth Spyro, Rakdos Charm, Assassin's Trophy, good removal here. Boros Charm. This one's a good charm because it destroys artifacts, gets rid of graveyard. I love graveyard hate. And then deals damage according to the number of creatures each opponent has, or each player has. Boros Charm, good protection, double strike. So action there. Anguish Unmaking. Void Ren, removal. Ruinous Ultimatum, mass removal, just not yours. Shurikai makes little pilots, which I love. Good charge draw right there. And then Rhythm of the Wild. This is good in the Gruul decks. I know Shadow in the Warp is a card that has the same casting cost, is really good. That might be included in my staple pile one day. Again, I gotta have staples for next year's set of staples. And I think I'm probably gonna have another 100-some staples added to the staple pile. And I do probably have 100-some queued up, but we'll see if we get through all of them over the years. I think everything deserves a spot here. Very good. I've done quite a bit in Enchantress decks. So these two are very staple cards of Enchantress. I love casting other people's spells. Ghost Growls. Again, these cards aren't included in that many deck because they have to have that color identity. Especially Kenrith that needs all 5. A little harder to include. Void Ren, Anguish Unmaking, or Void Ren and Runes Ultimatum have 3 color identities. So, just depends. These are not as used, but they're very good in the decks that they can fit in. The artifact pile. Now, it's sorted a little differently, the artifact pile, because there's mana ramp. I sorted one section, and non-mana ramp artifacts. I sorted another section. But we do have the creatures. These are just generically good creatures that can fit in almost any deck, depending on what type of deck you want. Walking Ballista, Metallic Mimic, good in Kindred decks. Ornithopter Paradise, just good ramp. Burnished Heart, the new broken card, Roaming Throne. So I don't know why I didn't put these down. Roaming Throne, completely bonkers and broken, double your triggers. I don't even know why they printed that card, but, it's insane. Solemn Simulacrum, Ramp. So it's like Ramp, Kindred decks, and then Walking Ballista. Blightsteel Colossus, player removal. We like that. Then the Ramp, lots of Soul Rings. We love Soul Ring. It's a good card, of course. Wayfarer's Bauble, Ramp, Arcane Signets, Everflowing Chalice, Foul Stone, Liquid Torque. So a lot of 2-mana ramp cards. Mind Stone, Thought's Vessel here, Chromatic Lantern. I still use it, depending on if I need to steal my opponent's stuff or need more colors. Still a good card. Worn Power Stone, Scepter of Eternal Glory. Reminds me of the Eternal Glory podcast I listen to. Very good in monocolored decks. Have that. Thran Dynamo. We have the Might Stone, the Weak Stone. Good in those artifact decks. You know what? Nope, no token needed. Throne of Eldraine, new card. Very good monocolored decks. Chromatic Orrery. So we're getting the big ramp spells there. We have the Medallion Cycle. Only 3 medallions. I just haven't had the other medallions, or they're in decks. But when I get new copies, I'll add those in this pile here. Signets. So we have all 10 signets. Here, all 10 talismans. Let's get them here. So all the cycles I can put together there. I believe all those cards deserve their slots. Nothing's getting removed. You have Expedition Map going on to non-land ramp. This is not ramp. It's just tutor. Sensei's Divine Top. Skull Clamp. All 1-mana cards can be fetched with Urza Saga. Remember that. Soul Guide Lantern. There we have the Ozlift. +1/+1 counter team. I haven't used it in a while, but when a +1/+1 counter commander comes out, this is going in. Agathal Soul Cauldron. +1/+1 counter Graveyard Hate. New card. I love it. Dowsing Dagger with our plant tokens. Right there, that flips into a Lotus Veil, Lost Veil, like a Lotus Veil. It's very good. So that's good. And equipment. Token decks, Idol Oblivion. Here, even makes it 10/10. I have that. Lightning Greaves. Moon Silver Key, like an exhibition map. Here, but you can get a artifact that makes mana or a basic land. So very optional. I like that. Swiftfoot Boots, Sword of the Animus, land ramp, Bitter Thorn, the living weapon version of Sword of the Animus, Sword of Feast and Famine, the One Ring, and Vanquisher's Banner, more Kindred deck. All right, those are artifacts. I actually don't have a lot of artifacts, but I should be adding more. There's probably tons more generically good artifacts out there, but these are the ones I really like a lot. I always try to include, and maybe I need more Swiftfoot Boots. I always run out of those, or Lightning Greaves as well. And here we are, the gigantic land pile. I have no idea how long it's been recording because I've cut it a million times, but I think it's been a while. And if you got this far, we'll see how far you want to go towards the end. Let's go through it with each other. Our lands. Now these lands are all stacked in cycles because you usually cycle of lands. We start off with the 5 colors and 3 colors and 2 colors land, and then the utility lands afterwards. All right, let's start off. We have our 4 command towers because I like having different arts, and we have this basically goes in every deck. So command towers there, and lands are easy to go through because there are a lot of cycles. Sea of Brass, there multicolored lands. Put that right there. Exotic Orchard in the 3+ color lands. Deck, I have lots of those. I don't know why I have 3, but I need those all. Mana Confluence, again like Sea of Blast. Path of Ancestry, I believe I have another one. Should be a staple. I think I should have 2 of these. I don't know where it is. See, it's even being as organized as I am, I still lose my stuff. The World Tree makes things like Chromatic Lanterns. Move this gigantic pile here. Murmuring Boss, this is a new addition. I love this card being added to my staples pile. All right, those are like 5 colors. This is 3 colors, but the next set of 3 color lands, I'm about to destroy my pile here. Tipped it all over are the Triomes. Right there, we have the Triomes right here. And I think I want, again, I love these full arts, but I'm going to do regular border. I'm trying for this. This needs to get a regular border. So next year, I'm really concentrating on getting everything regular border. All the new staples that are being added in are going to be regular border. It just makes me feel better. And it also makes it easier on the viewers because it's the same card, same art they're used to, the regular version versus like, I know even though I have tons of command towers, but it is what it is. Everybody has a different command tower. I use the generic ones that you see a lot, these 2. And then I sometimes use these 2 just for fun. But yeah, it's good to have the same art that everybody uses, the generic one. When I say generic one, the regular border, regular version one, no special art. We have fetch lands. We have 2 of each fetch lands because these are very useful. Right there. Then we have our shock lands. These are also very useful. I have 2 of each of these. So I have these as well. And then maybe when Ravnica Remaster comes out, I have a new different art. I have 3 of each shock land. And I like having these different arts sometimes, but again, regular border. These are secret layer ones. I just happen to have extras of these in the whole sets. That's why I have them. We have our Battle Bond lands here, Battle Bond land cycle. I might get another cycle of these. Here we have our Buddy lands. Here we have our Pain lands. Again, going to get a regular border here. We have our Pathway lands, Double Face lands, I guess, whatever they're called. Our slow lands from Innistrad, Midnight Hunt, and Crimson Vow, right there. Yeah, I feel like the lands are so much easier to get through because they're all cycles in a gigantic pile, but these are new lands. These are the Modern Horizons, High Horizon Canopy lands. There's only 6 of them, and I only have 5 of them here. I don't have Horizon Canopy itself in there. I do have the gates. I am missing gates because I just don't have them all. I mean, yes, I know sometimes it sucks to have an incomplete cycle, but it is what it is. Until I get them all, until I need them. I'm missing the green ones. No, I'm missing green ones. Missing the black ones, the 2 black ones. When I say 2 black ones, I mean the 2 black first colored. I have white, white, blue, blue, red, red, green, green. That's what I mean. So when I get them, I'll have them. I have the artifact lands right there. I have the snow dual lands, just in case I need snow lands for whatever reason. Snow dual lands. I have the bounce land here. All the bounce lands. I have the cycle lands. There's only 5 of them. And I have the other lands, Cinderglade and Mountain Doom, other dual lands that just don't fit the bill. The reason I have this one, I know there's a cycle, is because it's green, and I should have green white one, but I don't. I don't know why. Mount Doom is just another dual land that does 1 damage. You know, from Lord of the Rings. It does. You tap for. I'm like losing it. It's been so long. It's been so many cards. 1 black red tap deals 1 damage to each opponent, or pay 1 life, add a black red. So it's really good. Comes in play untapped. It's really good. After all those regular lands, let's go to my utility lands. Lots of utility lands. Ancient Tomb, Command Beacon, Evolving Wilds. Might start to cut this. I still use it in landfall decks or like a deck where I want like a lower budget. So it's still used, but you know, I'd rather have Fable Passes in Evolving Wilds. Feel the Dead's insane. Have that removal. Land Destruction, Ghost Quarter, Keswick Wolf Run. Deal some major damage there. High Market, sack. Homeward Path to take your stuff back, because people love stealing my stuff as much as I love stealing their stuff. Maze of Ith, Myriad Landscape, Nykthos, Royal Quarry Tower, Prismatic Vista, a little fetch land action there. Rogue's Passage, getting unblockable creatures. Scavenger Grounds, a hate card, Graveyard Hate. Then we have Strip Mine. Yes, it's white border, and I put the fake black border over it right there. When they reprint Strip Mine in a regular version with regular border, I'll replace it. Until then, that's the Strip Mine we're getting. Terramorphic Expanse, same reason. Evolving Wilds. All these cards are good, so not removing anything. Only thing we're removing so far are these 2 green cards I don't like. You have Thespian Stage. Goes in every deck, so I have 3 of these. Here, Microsynth Gardens, copying things. Urza Saga, tutor things that makes constructs. Vault of Archangel, Death Touch Lifelink. Vesuvas, 3 of these. War Room, good in mono or 2-color decks. Wasteland, Westvale Abbey, makes dudes here. And yes, it is a black color identity because Omerdal is black. It is not white because it doesn't have a white color thing on it, even though it makes white and black clerics. It is a black color identity card. And then the last of the lands are our snow-covered lands, because I always need them for whatever reason. So every time I add snow-covered lands, I just add them to the pile. And yes, there's only 2 snow-covered mountains, because I only ever needed 2, but if I needed 5, I'll put 3 more in this pile. And that is our lands. And actually, that is our staples. Wow. And that's a lot of them. And you know what? These cards are very good. Very generically useful. That's why I have them in the deck. That's why I'm putting back in the order that they're supposed to go in right here. Just to, you know, make it easy on me when I build decks. And if, you know, you love building commander decks just as much as I do, I recommend you making this staple pile. It doesn't have to be exhaustive as what I have, but it can be, or it can be even more exhaustive if you really like building commander decks, or you have your own EDH gameplay show. You have to build 4 commander decks a week. I think it's kind of crazy how those shows even function. Most shows do it every other week, but even building 4 decks and then playing and editing, that's pretty crazy. Those are my commander staples. And we do have a final count, 488 staples. Yes, this looks like it is 600, but there are a lot of duplicates. There's tokens in there, there's just viders, all the things that take up space, snow-covered lands. So 488, not even 500. To be honest, I thought I had 600, but next year, the goal is, when I do this video next year, we'll have 600 staples. But again, I think next year we'll be honest with ourselves. We did remove 2 staples, but we're probably going to remove more next year. I'm going to keep trying them for next year. We'll see how it goes. We do have some, you know, teaser staples here. We did get the non-foil pathways here, and we'll start working on the non-full arts Painlands. So those are coming for next year. Stay tuned. We do have some more cards here. There are probably a bunch of cards. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Sneak peek. We have Goblin Bombardment. That sounds fun. Let's see what's down here. We have Herald's Horn. That sounds fun too. And let's see. One more. Okay. Oh, Mirror NC. That's a good one too. Anyways, those are for next year, 2024. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new videos in the future. I have all my staples in the description below if you want to check that out. Click on the TCG Player affiliate link, help support the channel, and all that good stuff. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful year.